This is a story intended for mature audiences. All parties involved have filled out a consent checklist, and a system has been set in place for their safety and comfort should topics hit too close to home. With this in mind, the sun is setting. It's time to venture into the night. Good evening. This is the Night Consortium, a Vampire the Masquerade Chronicle. This is episode 1, Wicker and North. I'm joined by a wonderful cast making up our odd coterie.
My name is Andrew, but I am playing as Alexander the Malkavian.
Hello, my name is Kim. I play the creepy Hakata bitch babe by the name of Sunshine.
Hello, I'm Gava, and I play Ophelia the Gangrel.
Hello, I am Jessie. I play Theodora, Theo Hyde, the Ravnus.
Our story tonight begins with the 4 Kindred players leaving Abattoir, about to begin their journey, their trek. While they step outside, the owner of the speakeasy, Mox, begins picking up the pieces of rocks glass he threw against the wall. His shoulders are tense, his tattooed fingers are working quickly, too quickly in fact. Mox lets out a small grunt. He carelessly grabbed a shard too abruptly. His palm bleeds from a foul gash. He stares at the crimson, lost in thought. He's unaware the bartender is in the doorway staring at him. You know, you're doing that sad puppy thing again. You told me to not let you do that. Mox looks up surprised. Christ, Harper. Don't sneak up on me like that. Shouldn't you be behind the bar? It's a slow night. Jerry is watching things. Besides, she holds up a broom. Really, she's wielding it as if it's some ancient heroic weapon of legend. I'm here to save the day. She almost starts to sweep, but notices Mox's hand and the impressive stream of blood falling onto the ornate rug. You gonna take care of that? Shit. Yeah, on it. Mox looks around for something and settles on a black silk tie. He wraps it around his bleeding palm. Harper notices and cries out, "Whoa, hey, not that tie, that was a gift. My gift." She sets the broom aside and inspects his wound. Wow. It's not like you to be this careless. Look, I know, I was just distracted. This night hasn't gone how I expected. Both silent for a second. Remember how I mentioned how I lost someone close to me over a year ago? Turns out he's back. Was it that antisocial, gangly vampire who took a ginger ale from my bar? I didn't even know Kindred drank ginger beer. Seems like a bit of a weirdo to me. What? No, not him. The 4 Kindred you saw all have someone hitching a ride. That someone is an old associate of mine. His name is LaRue. I guess he's a wraith now or something. Never thought of the logistics of it. Mox lets out a long sigh, and Harper wraps a hand around his injured one. I just don't know how to feel. Harper cuts him off suddenly. No. I'm here to sweep, not be your therapist. If you have something to say it to your weird ghost ex. You'll feel better that way anyways. Mox raises his injured hand and points a finger at her. First, not an ex. Second, Harper. Whoa. You're getting good at that. He looks down at his hand. The wound is gone. No trace of injury remains. She smiles. Yeah, I've been practicing. Needed a way to get rid of these little nicks from cutting limes. She begins sweeping. So, do you think they can help? Can they get the cam off our back? Well, who knows? They have LaRue to guide them, but I have a feeling he's going to have his hands full. Mox looks towards his laptop. You know, I should do my part as well. Oh, speaking of, I may have to change my number because of your new pals. You're paying for the fee. Back to the streets. The coterie finds themselves in the heart of Wicker Park. The main road in front of them, Milwaukee Avenue, is bustling. Cars are bumper to bumper. Ubers and Lyfts pulled over awkwardly into loading zones and bus lanes, dropping off the young and beautiful into the night. Much like the coterie, they are also beginning their adventure. It is Friday night after all, and rain be damned, the evening is young. All around them, unapologetic personality. Vibrancy. The people here in Wicker Park are not like those in the Loop or the Magnificent Mile. They aren't tourists. The people here are true denizens of Chicago, the lifeblood of the city, a fragment of the soul. People in leather jackets and deceptively expensive ripped jeans walk by the four Kindred. Hipsters, some may say, but wealthy hipsters at that. This isn't the humble DIY vibe of Albany Park or Humboldt Park. This neighborhood is where those who have something to say step out. They want to be seen. Once again, unapologetic personality. How do the four of you respond to everything that's kind of going on around you?
I just don't understand why we couldn't have picked up quieter street. Checking oneself constantly, like the smelling shirt.
So I know it's still kind of raining. What time of year is it again?
So this is October. The exact date is October 14th.
Yeah, I don't think this neighborhood really has any quieter streets.
Okay. Well, that's fine.
To your point, there are some side streets, but even those, the residential streets, there are people that kind of avoid the main traffic of Milwaukee Avenue, you know, taking shortcuts and stuff like that. It's bustling everywhere.
I'm gonna lean towards Sunshine and say, if I knew you guys were gonna be so cool, I would have worn something better.
I mean, am I wearing something cool? I mean, you're fine. You're good. You're doing great. I like your fit. You're fine.
If I knew that we were going to be in public, I would have showered. God, I can't remember the last time.
That I'm not fine with.
Yeah, I'm not either. I wasn't expecting to be social.
Yeah.
The voice in your head, LaRue, speaks up again. Did he just say he didn't shower?
Listen, I get very focused in my work. It's not my fault.
Hey man, maybe he doesn't sweat a lot and it's like not that bad.
That is...
Alexander smells like a steel mill.
Oh, that's not
Just like
helping your
metal
case.
and oil.
Interesting.
Wow. Yeah, that's very interesting.
I just shower because it feels natural, but now you've got me thinking, do vampires sweat?
Sunshine lifts
DM.
her arm and like sniffs under her arm. It's like I guess I never thought about it.
Yeah, I don't really remember the last time I was actually sweating.
What's the game plan exactly? Are you heading back to Theo's van?
Yes.
I mean...
Yeah.
Right, because Theo's taking us to...
Van life.
Yeah,
And just to remind you all, the task given, Theo managed to track down a fan of Prodigy on Twitter and got into a heated exchange. Yeah, got into a very heated exchange. She is right now the only lead to Prodigy. And just to remind you, she said she was at a rooftop bar in River North called Cloud Bar.
We also got confirmation that she's a thrall, right?
She is a ghoul.
A ghoul, yeah.
We're gonna go start a bar fight.
Do you say that out loud?
I feel like there's just some random, probably slightly drunk or tipsy person that's like, yeah! And just keeps walking down the street.
Woo! Yeah, bar fight! So, heading back to Theo's van, you see more of the neighborhood. There's a massive old bookshop spanning multiple floors. Seems to be a favorite, judging from the crowd inside. A wide assortment of bars, some humble dives, other more chic and modern. A Doc Martens store is closing shop across the street. Already drunk people are lining up to get inside of an Insomnia Cookies. This neighborhood has a bit of everything, and it's packed. Continuing north, you hit the historic Six Corners. You see the Blue Line train, elevated above brick buildings, shuttling people both towards O'Hare Airport and deeper into the city. Street musicians are drumming away on buckets. It sounds almost like a heartbeat. And it's fitting. This is the heart of Wicker Park, after all. And after walking for 10 minutes or so, tracing your way back towards Theo's van. Theo, I want you to describe your van.
Yeah, so, my van is, gosh, I don't know the year per se, but it's one of those very old, Volkswagen vans that everyone turns into like camper vans and stuff like that. It's this kind of faded goldenrod sunflower yellow color. It's been nicked up. Tons of like stickers and decals covering up where it may have bumped into things or scratched paint and stuff like that. They're super duper old. It's a ton of stickers that are very, Californian surfer vibe, but also like really weird ones that are like some random farm in Kansas or like a potato decal from Idaho or something. Inside, as Theo kind of like pulls the back door open, you can see that it's been retrofitted to be like a camper. So there is a small countertop that has this super old, like 1990s Mr. Coffee maker that
Ooh.
if you take a closer look, it hasn't been plugged into anything. It's just kind of like has some tape where it's been taped onto the wall to make it look like it's plugged in. Seats are all this very like worn kind of black, dark brown, like leather upholstery that has definitely been patched up and worn and probably some cigarette burns and stuff like that. Very, very like old and has definitely been passed down through multiple people. And then the back seats can be folded down into a bed that just has like, black sheets and there's some really cozy giant like pillows and stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much it. She kind of goes to show off the inside of the van, be like, here, enter. And then she's like, oh shit. And like starts picking up clothes and like shoving it under things and stuff.
I love this van.
Thank you.
For the record, it's beautiful. It seems somebody else has some thoughts about it too. And you look underneath the driver's side door.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody has scrawled something with it in Sharpie. Just underneath the window. Boomer van with a thumbs down.
Theo is going to wrench open the driver's side door and pulls out this like just bag of miscellaneous shit, and is just kind of like looking through, finds like a Sharpie that may or may not work, and is trying to like write on the side like boomer suck, this van is awesome. And
well, here's the thing. As you're writing, you notice that in a shade of lipstick, you couldn't tell, but as you go down to jot, somebody also wrote a different message in a shade of lipstick, similar to the paint job of the van itself. It seems to be feminine writing, and it says, I like it, don't be mean. P.S. Sorry, sad face.
Yeah, so she's just gonna change it into boomer suck, this van is awesome, heart, and has an arrow pointing down to the other one. that says that the van's awesome.
There you go.
Yep.
All right. Does everybody climb in?
This baby's good to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
As you get in and climb aboard, Theo, are you the one driving?
Yes, no one's driving
Sweet.
my fucking van.
Ooh, okay, there you go. Beautiful.
This is my house, guys, so don't fuck anything up. I'll know.
So you pop in the address to Cloud Bar on your phone. It tells you to take Milwaukee South and then cut across Chicago Avenue heading east. That'll take you right to the core of River North. And with traffic, it looks to be about a 40-minute drive or so. Now, my question is, are you used to Chicago traffic? Have you driven in, like, obviously you were from LA.
Mm-hmm.
And LA traffic is also hell.
Yep. I would say I have only driven like once or twice, and it was probably whenever I was moving out of Chicago
Gotcha.
with some type of like U-Haul van. So similar in size, but I was definitely a pedestrian, like L rider. So I think I remember Chicago traffic being annoying, but at least it kind of moves in its weird way versus LA traffic where you just sit there and suffer. Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's worse than you remember.
Great.
Go ahead and give me a composure and drive roll. All right, cool. You managed to keep her cool here. You managed to, Chicago drivers are aggressive. They know when to go. There is definitely movement here. It's not an exact gridlock. People here take the opportunity to really, really move.
Swerve.
Yeah. And you understand this. You're able to adapt. You're able to keep it cool. You may get, let's say, an angry honk or two, but everyone's honking here. 5 minutes into your drive. Theo, your phone actually begins to ring. The caller ID has an emoji of a sword.
I'll do that like I'm trying to be as human as possible and take a couple glances, make sure there's no police, because I know that's the only thing that they try to give tickets for, or being on your phone. But yeah, I'll pick up and I'll put it on speaker. That way other people can hear.
Beautiful. You press the button. There's a familiar voice. Yo, this is Mox. Harper gave me your number and told me what you're up to.
Oh, that's sweet. I like that you have an emoji for your caller ID. How does that work? I didn't know that you could add emojis for like your caller ID.
Look, if you're me, you know how to tweak the systems a little bit. Really, I can give an emoji for all of you if you ever really want to.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, I meant that. I didn't expect you to be so excited about that, but okay, good to know.
Oh yeah, everyone's here. You're on speaker, by the way. We're in my van.
Great.
Yeah.
Hi, Mox.
I just wanted to call and say I'm sorry about before, and I figured I'd extend an olive branch and give you some intel about where you're going. So, I looked it up. Odd Bar seems to be your standard fancy rooftop bar for the elite. But I have some bad news. Unfortunately, River North is Camarilla territory. The Night Consortium watches over the city, but the various factions within still hold rule over their unique domains. Anarchs stick to Anarch territory. The Cam still sticks to their Camarilla territory, and so the Camarilla still call the shots in this neighborhood.
So there's a problem with this?
There is a problem. I took a look at Cloud Bar's website. Seems like they have a dress code. You won't get in if the bouncers don't give you the okay on your looks.
What kind of looks are we talking?
LaRue speaks up. I knew somebody not showering would be a bit of a hindrance.
Oh, fine. I'll go find there's probably like a public restroom somewhere I can just, sync it up.
Look, we can just pick up some fancy clothes and get you some cologne. It'll be fine.
It'll be fine. I mean, I think I love the smell of metal and oil, but
We have some Febreze in the back. There should be a can under your seat. It's like some ocean smell or some shit. It'll be fine.
Right. Mox speaks and he says, I cannot believe the things I am hearing right now. All jokes aside, you may have to play by the rules. Maybe. Now that I think of it, it is October. Let me see if they have any events going on tonight. And he types away on his keyboard. Aha! Cirque de Minuit. Seems like some sort of sideshow event with various performers. That also may be a way in.
Does it list any of these performers?
No, not by name, but judging from the pictures, it seems to be, fire performers, sword swallowers, things like that. Ooh, somebody's sticking a nail into their nose. Ugh.
Okay, yeah.
Mock says, I leave it up to you. If you want to blend in with the crowd, I can definitely help with that. If you prefer the performer sideshow route, I can dig up some more info on that and get back to you, but it's your call. You can approach us either way you want. Look, if you want to blend in, I can give you a company card. I don't give it out to many people, just Harper, but seeing as how you're doing me this big favor, I can give you the card. And like I said before, River North is, it's where all the pretty people are, so you're going to have to dress up one way or another. But who knows, maybe the whole grody not showering route can really, really work in your favor if you're trying to be a sideshow performer.
I feel like Theo would probably hit the mute button and just slowly turns to everyone. There's a company card. Do you know what that means?
Mox's company card?
Yeah.
It's gonna be expensive as hell.
Yeah. This would be great. Okay, you have to be excited. Like,
that sounds awesome.
I know we're sitting in traffic, but all right. Unmute. Yeah, so
Card.
okay. I think what might be best is if we maybe get a nearby hotel room where we can freshen up and get ready, and also could be a meeting point after we're done, and we will totally take your company card.
Better yet, watch this. You hear some sounds, some weird whooshing that doesn't really translate well to the call. Sunshine. You feel this sensation in your pocket. Something's there.
Did he just say watch this while we're on a phone call?
Neat trick, dude.
I'm driving.
Yes.
It's a video call.
Pulls whatever's
It's not a
in
video call.
pocket out.
So, Sunshine, you actually pull out the company card that was mentioned.
Wow, you're so fancy.
I can do that.
Can
What?
you?
You can do that?
You should do that.
Yeah.
I don't think you can do that.
Well, I'll just have to.
Some of us are real mages.
No! It sounds like the service is breaking up.
Are you just making the noises?
No.
Oh, okay, great. Glad we got that settled. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm about to say this. What's the weird guy's name?
Me?
I want to say his name was Alexander, something like that.
Alexander.
Are you talking about me? Did you just reference me as the weird guy?
Harper told me you stole a ginger ale from her bar.
I would pay for it if I had money, so stealing's kind of harsh.
Well, the good news is now you have a company card, so you can buy as many ginger ales as you want.
Cool. Put that on the tab then.
Jesus
I
Christ.
want to be
Anyways.
known as a Steely McSteelface.
I mean, that might give you more of an edge. You could
Clearly
have
not
something
if they
going.
knew that I did it.
Well, I mean, you have to have at least one or two people knowing that you're a thief to get a reputation as a thief.
I want to be a thief. I'm a painter.
Oh, how you suffer for your art. Anyways.
Oh, God.
Anyways, there is a place I usually go to in Gold Coast, which is the more, well, it's where all the high-end shops are. It's above River North. If you go down Rush Street, you'll see it. There's tons of shops for everybody to really just doll up. It may help your chances.
All right.
Makeover.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna go get cleaned up and ready and then we'll let you know how everything goes.
I'm going to look into the person you're trying to meet as well. What was their name again? Prodigy Lover. Yeah.
Prodigy, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. They're so annoying. I totally forgot.
It'll
their
be
name.
fine.
Is
Yeah,
it
I'm gonna
lover with
dig
a
into
U
her a bit.
Mm-hmm.
and like a 3?
Yes.
And a 3.
Yeah.
And then number 1 afterwards.
Yes. I'm going to dig into this. And I'll try to get as much information as I can to, help out. But keep me updated.
Okay. Is there a
Knocks out.
max amount on this card?
Don't worry about it.
I mean, I won't.
I'm keeping the magic card.
We have a bit of downtime. I suppose I should ask and get to know you a bit better.
Aren't you in our heads?
Yeah.
I feel like you know us pretty well.
Does it not work that way?
You've seen some shit, right? You've seen some shit.
It does work that way, but I'm trying not to pry. I can see some of your thoughts, a bit of your backgrounds, but I prefer to hear it through you. I get vague images, but it's not the same as hearing you talk about it.
You didn't see me grab that sandwich from the trash can like 2 weeks ago, did you?
Excuse me.
Okay, good. Nothing?
I'm still getting accustomed to it. I was warned there would be some odd side effects of doing this, but this is far stranger than I expected. And I should specify this blood bond that we partook in. It's not a permanent thing. The effects will only last about half a year, at most. And by then, I'm hoping to get my body back. Or a new body. Something like that.
So are you like, can you see like in all our heads at once, or do you have to like?
It's almost as if I'm hearing 4 songs at once. It's a bit jarring, and I can focus in on one of you at a time, but I'm aware of everybody collectively. It's gonna take some getting used to. I don't entirely know what I can do just yet. If I can see into your minds, maybe you can see into mine. I'm not sure.
This whole time, Sunshine is just thinking about tentacle stuff.
What?
Just like seeing if she can get a rise out of him.
I want to make a roll of this.
Okay.
I want to make a roll of this.
The tentacles.
Okay, so are you, Sunshine, are you gonna how are you approaching it? Are you just gonna really just think?
Really fucking think about it. Just
Okay.
Just
The
daydreaming.
extreme details.
Okay, this is going to be
What was I
a...
watching last night?
Hmm.
Alright. Yep.
This is going to be a... I love this. This is I don't even know. Let's think. This is gonna be a performance and because this is literally you were thinking, a performance and intelligence check. Oh no.
Oh God.
Sunshine's first.
Thinking
Sunshine's first roll, and it's a bestial failure for this.
about tentacle porn mage barrel.
Wow. Okay.
I was a little too excited.
So you think about it. You think about it so hard that everyone else sees it. Something happens in this synapse connection, this circle, and it like you try to like force feed images, but you force feed too much, and everyone suddenly just sees writhing tentacles.
Oh God.
I'm driving. What is... Whoever is doing something, just stop.
Oh boy. LaRue just shouts out, stop.
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
You can all see this, can't you?
I can't imagine the octopus is getting much out of this.
Oh, you guys can... Okay.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah. Feel
Oh,
fine.
okay. Cool.
Please stop this at once.
Sorry.
What
Yeah.
if we all start like projecting all our intrusive thoughts in each other's heads?
Maybe we can do that when I'm not driving.
Fair. Like I was saying before, this is new. It's unfortunately, I guess we can do that to one another. So, stands to reason that I can impart something on you as well, but I'm not sure just yet. Oh, sorry, just all the writhing.
Good to know you guys can see things too, I guess. I don't fucking know.
I should say as well, you will hear about blood bonds and thralls and ghouls and these things of binding people against their will, and that is not the intention with this. I don't intend to force you to become my thralls or act against how you normally would. This is new for me in terms of working with a team. I've never had anyone really I've never had another kindred under my wing. So everything we do together. I'm here to guide you. I must ask as well, speaking of this bond, is this something that you've shared with your sires about? I'm curious their input. I'm curious what your relationship is with those who brought you into the night.
I can go first if you want. Yeah. He seemed to know that it was happening before it even happened. He was thrilled.
How very Malkavian.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I didn't really think about it at the time. But, yeah, he simply said that this was the rabbit hole that the spider wanted for me. That I should just follow it till its end. That this was what the web wanted. And then he disappeared without even getting me a trip to Chicago. I took your stupid blood, and then he just was like, I'm out. He said he was preparing for something.
Sunshine, what have you?
I don't like to talk about it.
Fair.
We don't talk
We don't
anymore. I mean,
Oh.
we met I guess we met in person at my shop, my oddity shop.
What is the embrace like for a Hecata? I've heard horror stories.
It is one of the worst pains I have ever felt.
But you're stronger for it. You're here now.
Sure. Yeah. You could say that.
And the rest of you, your sires.
We catch up every so often, but I don't talk to him too often. While I'm thankful I survived the accident.
The accident?
Yeah, my team was traveling and we kind of ended up in the middle of a fight.
Between Kindred?
No, some gangrels were fighting some werewolves.
Ah, the guru.
Yeah, it was messy and
Understood. I appreciate you sharing. And Thea, what about you?
Not really much to say. She was hot, and that's about it. You know, that whole Ravnos thing, didn't really stick around to find out what happened.
Are they in Chicago? Were they?
I have no idea. When we met, she was in Chicago. I could have sworn I saw her, a couple times, but by then I was kind of feeling a bit sick and crazy, so I got all my stuff and left. Just felt right.
Understood. Well, since you've shared, I suppose I should share a bit about myself. Well, my sire, an elder, was murdered in the attack on the Vienna Chantry. It's something that doesn't come up too often, or didn't in my position too much, but I'm Caitiff. I'm clanless, but not originally. I was a Tremere, one of the blood sorcerers, and to establish neutrality and make sure that the Night Consortium knew that I would be neutral, I cast out and renounced my clan. No one has ever done that before, especially no Tremere. It was a hotly contested decision. It was one that stayed with me for years, but you should know that one of the reasons this blood bond is so strange is because of blood magic. So, I'd say we're a bit even on sharing with one another. Sadly, no tentacles in my backstory.
Give him another dose of tentacles.
No more tentacles, please.
Hit him with another one.
It's a good punishment, get him.
So, after about half hour or so of driving, you've made it. The city starts to change. You're coming up to downtown. The true downtown. And as you drive into River North, you start to kind of take it all in. And while Wicker Park was unapologetic in its personality, River North is unapologetic in its excess. Everywhere you look, it's massive skyscrapers towering above everything and everyone. Nightclubs are everywhere, and so are sidewalk patios for the various restaurants dotted along the block. The occasional Ferrari or Lamborghini occasionally drives by, making Theo's old van seem a donkey in comparison. In fact, you catch a few laughs out of a group of women with Botox-stiffened smiles.
Can I flip them off?
Sure. Absolutely.
Yeah.
There you go. So, heading north, to River North, before you stop off at Cloud Bar and deal with parking, which is going to be its own thing entirely, from what I understand, we're going to do some shopping. We're going to do a bit of makeovers, correct?
Yeah, do we know what the dress code is exactly?
Do we want to maybe like drive by the bar on the way to the
that's a smart
soup
idea.
place and just see who's going in, what the vibe is.
Also, guys,
Absolutely.
I just came to a strong, concerning realization. I think Mox is a boomer because he called instead of text messaged.
Mox did look younger. He just likes to call.
Maybe he's a Gen X.
Oh, God.
Maybe he's just sick of people dodging his texts.
Maybe.
I guess. Read.
Also, it just came to me like LaRue said he wants to get his body back. Where's your body?
Or a new body. He had said a new body, too.
He said new body? Okay.
Do we need a treasure mat? Do we need to, like, find it?
And also,
can we just, like, take someone out and just, like, put him in?
Like, here you go. Yeah.
Like, blow on the cartridge.
He also, like, he saved his blood, put himself in his blood, and we drank his blood. Do we need to get, like, some, I don't know, dialysis or something and, like, transfusion it and, like...
Yeah.
Oh, all into, like, one person?
Yeah.
How do we put him in a body?
So these are all questions that, I mean, you could ask him, but also importantly, Sunshine, this isn't just magic. You feel it. You felt it as soon as you partook in the blood. There's also necromancy here. There's something akin to what you do in the blood that is making this possible. And if you want, you can do an occult roll to try to figure it out.
Yeah, let's see how good my roll is going to be once more.
This is going to be occult and resolve.
Hey.
There you go. And Sunshine rolls 4 successes. Sunshine, you kind of like hear about, and you've felt that you and your clan have specific ties to wraiths, to spirits, using all sorts of strange rituals. And you can kind of tell where the veil is weakest, specifically to the Shadowlands, which is where these wraiths reside. And what's strange is as the 4 of you travel around, you are all weakening this veil wherever you go. The 4 of you together are weakening that veil. And that's all you can really tell. This blood that you partook in and the magic surrounding it, it seems a combination of multiple things. One being blood sorcery and the other, the art of oblivion.
Oh, you did some necromancy shit. All right.
You say that out loud?
Yeah.
What's this about necromancy? Do we hear?
We'll get to that. That's a whole other conversation. Suddenly, you find yourself driving in front of Cloud Bar. And as you drive by this building and kind of look in, you see, actually out in the front, there's a big poster talking about a dress code. Cloud Bar will maintain a classy atmosphere and reserves the right to refuse service to anyone. We here maintain a high standard of dress that is required at all times. Dress code is case by case, and it's the sole discretion of the door staff. And then underneath that, it lists a bunch of things. Shirts, jackets, you can't have no plain white tees, no denim, no flannel. Zippers can't be exposed. No cutoff shirts, deep V-necks. It goes for a while.
This is bullshit.
And just kind of judging at the people going in and being admitted by the door person. This absolute beefcake of a man who's kind of like scanning people up and down. And keep in mind, he's wearing really just a black suit, but even that is very, very well fitting. And you can tell he's giving the people he's giving a lot of no's and sending people on their way.
Does it seem to be, obviously we're kind of slowly going by, but trying to not have too much attention on our van. Does it seem like this bouncer, who it sounds like is a guy, does he seem to be giving more leeway or permission to enter for females, males, short dresses, long dresses, like anything like that?
Lots of like Lots of cocktail dresses seem to be getting the okay. Lots of jackets, blazers, things like that. And it's kind of, from what you can tell, it's pretty even across the board. River North, like I said before, it's a conglomerate of a lot of different people. And they all have a bunch of different styles. And some people are wandering into the line, not realizing that they have to be dressed the best for this. But I'd say it's pretty divided. Or it's pretty even split of all sorts of genders who are getting no's.
If it's cool, maybe if there's like, does it seem to be on a corner or is it like in the middle of a block?
It's in the middle of a block. I will add though, as you are kind of staring, you actually see two people who really are kind of just dressed like you guys. And they seem to be some of the performers. And they show something on their phone, and the doorman actually lets them up. So I guess I should ask, what is the priority here? What are you guys which route are you guys leaning more towards?
I mean, we have a no limits credit card that I want to see if we can max. I vote shopping spree to look fancy as fuck.
Yeah, if we're trying to pretend to be performers, like, we might get kicked out if we don't perform and, like, do what they expect us to do, which we're not even sure what they expect us to do.
Oh yeah, I don't fucking perform.
I can paint.
Yeah,
that's
great.
That's like type of performance.
That's sure, yeah. No, that'll be great.
My live streams seem to like it.
LaRue speaks up and he says, we could always go both routes at once. There are 4 of us. We can divvy it up, cover both bases.
Do we know anything about the performance that's supposed to be going on?
No, not yet. Mox is supposed to maybe get us information if he can.
Could always try calling him back.
Yeah. I would like to, whenever the block ends, just make a quick turn, because this is fucking Chicago. There's alleyways behind every building, and see if I can, like, look down an alleyway that might be either to the side or behind this building.
Okay.
To see if I see any, whether it's bar employees or performers that are like out for a smoke break or something, to see what entrance they're going through, and also like what they're dressed or what they might do in this. I mean, it sounds like it's a cirque, so it's probably a lot of like body movement, stuff like that, but who knows?
Mm-hmm. So I'll say you tuck into a side alley.
Mm-hmm.
You manage to cram the van in between this narrow space, and behind the bar, behind the entrance to the building, you actually do see that there is some sort of truck, and there are performers with their gear in the back, and they're unloading. Not only that, but there are a few chefs, looks like, who are having a smoke break in the back. And kind of judging as you look at these performers, it's kind of hard to see exactly what they are, what kind of performers they are, but judging by the equipment that they're bringing out, seems to be something with fire.
Okay. And then the possible, like, chefs on a smoke break, is it the typical, like, black and white get up? Okay.
It's, typical chefs, looking grody, drinking out of deli containers, you know.
If there's nothing else that people want to look at, I'll just start backing up the van.
And as you drive north and hit Rush Street, get into Gold Coast. And Gold Coast is by far the richest neighborhood you have seen in Chicago yet. Everywhere you look, you see nothing but the top name brands having storefronts, everything from Versace to Dolce & Gabbana. It's just opulence here. This is, yeah, it's, I mean, there's a Starbucks that is 4 stories high. Like, it is insane the amount of money here. And you get that sense just looking around. There's car dealerships, there's jewelry stores, there's too much here. And the people walking around are the wealthiest you have seen yet. And I will say your van is getting even more looks because of it. Let's say you are free. You're free to go and shop. You have, let's say, a half hour or so to go off and do your thing and really redress yourself. So everybody leaves. Or are you guys shopping together? Does everybody go one by one? How are you guys breaking this up?
Someone help me with this shit. I don't fucking know what's going on. I don't know how to dress like this.
I can help.
Okay.
Yeah. I feel like maybe we could just like all find stuff and then we could do that like, you know, rom-com montage where everyone goes into dressing rooms and comes out and the rest of us are like, woo! Boo!
Yes.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And after that happens, after everyone goes and shops, what's everyone's final outfit when things are done? Let's say everybody goes and buys with Mox's company card, which actually does in fact work. Much to your surprise, given the insane price tags on some of these things that you're buying. Let's say you go back to Theo's van and you change. And you're getting a few looks from some tourists inside the Starbucks that you guys have parked right in front of. They very much are just kind of staring at you guys. But Andrew, you are the first to go in and step out. What are you wearing instead now?
Alexander is wearing a glorious ruffled collar, but old style ruffle collar, a black velvet suit and vest with a ruffled white undershirt. The suit and vest are like a black velvet, and the pants are I would almost say like loafers. Same style, dark velvet probably. He's wearing like high white socks. And like,
Nice.
because the loafers are like probably like knee highs. And then he kind of looks like somebody who thought that he was trying to dress really fancy and just had no idea what that actually meant.
Okay, at least wear some Oxfords, not loafers.
Yeah, okay, sure, they're Oxfords, sure. Yeah.
I'm gonna say the stylist who styled you really had a time translating your nonsense into real clothes.
And nice black pointed shoes.
Gotcha.
With a bit of a heel on them.
You can't have a heel and it be a loafer.
I thought loafers were pants.
No, they're shoes.
I explained expressly that I am bad at explaining clothes.
Andrew.
Well, then what are the things called where they're like the poofy pants? Where it's kind of...
There's so many. You could have carrot pants. You could have harem pants. You could have jodhpurs.
Jodhpurs. They're jodhpurs.
Okay.
He's wearing black velvet jodhpurs.
Goodness. Loafers are shoes? Okay. Sunshine, what did you settle on?
Sunshine is wearing a fitted jumpsuit with a cloak sleeved blazer top. She's not really changing her makeup. She's keeping her heavy eyeliner and a dark lip. She removes her snake bite piercings out of her lips, and she's adorned in several rings and a classy choker necklace and Jeffrey Campbell Lita shoes.
Very nice.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Gotcha. What's Ophelia wearing?
She's wearing a burgundy suit that's designed to be a little, I think it's a little over 3/4 sleeves, or I guess under directions, with a shirt and like a long cravat. I don't know. It's like a scarf, the silky scarf shenanigans. It's all in burgundy with with like black and silver.
Nice. And I'll say the stylist who specifically helped you out, they really made an effort to highlight that, like, even though you are wearing this, it still lets your definition of your body show. Like, your muscles, and because Ophelia is pretty strong. And they wanted to highlight that too. These stylists knew what they were doing. You look great. Theo.
So Theo, kind of going with the performer aesthetic, went with a very kind of like old Hollywood style, very minimal, like pinstripe, like velvet blazer, very sharp shoulder pads and whatnot, and also has very crisp, like, white undershirts, little bow tie, has this, like, bruche that's, or boutonniere that's, like, this, like, dusty rose red color, and then has these very wide-legged pants that match with a really nice, probably typical heel, maybe the, what are they called? The ones that are just black with the red under, Louis Vuitton?
Louis Vuitton, yeah.
Yeah.
And as you guys look at each other, the transformation is great. Everyone's personality still kind of shines with everything that you've chosen. It's just a much more glamorous look. LaRue chimes in. What a transformation. You guys look like you fit in. Wonderful. LaRue does add, we actually did a great job finding a parking spot at this hour. The bar isn't too far from here. I suggest maybe we just walk.
I'm okay with that.
That being said, as you guys walk south, heading towards Cloud Bar, you get a text from Mox, basically saying, "All right, I have some information."
Oh, okay. Just the Judge Judy gif.
He calls.
What is with the calling? Why can't you just send a text?
Also, why is he
I like calling,
me?
okay?
Just put it on speaker.
Yeah. And he says, he hears all of that, and he says, "Look, you specifically, Theo, gave your number to Harper. I don't have everyone else's number."
Anyways, okay. What's going on?
Gotcha. Also, I love talking on the phone. Fuck you. He just aims at really everyone. But he says, "All right, so I did a bit of digging into Prodigy Lover. Her real name isn't actually Prodigy Lover, turns out. It's Melanie Thrice, daughter of real estate mogul Richard Thrice. She went to Loyola University, was in the same graduating class as Prodigy, possibly how they met. I have another picture of her too, and sends one. And you receive the picture and get a better look of her. She's stunning, really. She has pale skin, naturally red hair. She seems built like an athlete of some sort. Maybe a gymnast, or maybe something along those lines." Mox continues. He says, "Harper showed me the video that she sent back. Guys, be careful. If she really is Prodigy's ghoul, it means she may be as tough as he is. And like I said before, you're going to be in Camarilla territory. I mean, you guys are walking through right now. You probably have eyes on you already. Anyways, she seems like a drunk pile of nitroglycerin right now. So just keep in mind, you're trying to find someone who broke the Masquerade. Don't break it yourself in the process. Play it smooth. Play it easy."
So if this does lead to a fight, we should try to take it somewhere quiet.
So kidnap her.
That's what I said.
We should start probably with just talking, I would think.
What if we can convince her that we know where Prodigy is and she'll come with us without any question because she's dumb and drunk?
Also, she has no idea that we were the ones that were shit-talking.
Oh, that's true. Incognito.
Yeah,
so
Just try to befriend her.
Oh yeah, we can be like, oh yeah, someone else did the same thing to us. They were shit-talking us, and...
And maybe we got a ping that they were like, oh, I'm outside the bar. Maybe they couldn't get in, and we could be like, yo, we should go outside. Oh, shit, they're down the street.
Yeah,
That's so
they're
weird.
in this alley.
Or like...
They have this picture of a bright yellow boomer van. We should go find them.
Or like we could go in and be like, yeah, we were getting shit like that too. We actually know where that person is, though. We tracked them down. Wouldn't it be better if Prodigy took care of this himself? And then that might be able to lure him out, or lure out if she knows where he is.
All potential plans are cut short by you walking up on the building. This tall glass skyscraper houses residential condos, surely. From one of the entrances, some passerbys enter a door with the building's address on them, shooing them up the building without having to deal with the crowd. And speaking of a crowd, a decent-sized line extends from tall glass doors with the bar's logo on them. You hear the thumping of bass. The music from the lobby spills into the streets, enticing all who walk by. The bouncer is making quick work of the yeses and the nos. The time to act is now before you force stick out for staring too intensely at the scene. And speaking of the line, it has shortened, and you do see a crowd of women heading down the block eyeing the club. What is the plan?
It might be best if we do the split, half and half, back, front.
I will say, of the two who look the most blend in with everyone else,
yep,
it is by far Ophelia and Sunshine.
Yep.
Valid.
Yeah. So just keep that in mind, just judging by what everyone else is wearing.
Theo, are we going to be performers?
I already am one.
Same.
So
wait,
just,
you're performers?
You know, magic and stuff.
And painting.
Wait, when you say magic, do you mean actual magic, like Mox, or sleight of hand?
It's more sleight of hand. I mean, I would be down for magic powers, if there was a way to do that. Okay, anyway, so why don't we have maybe the two of you go through the front, and then Alexander and I can go in the back.
Do you have do we have the thing for the performance?
I should maybe call Mox again, because I don't know if we actually spoke with him.
Yeah.
He might even still be on the phone. Mox, are you still on the phone?
Yeah, you guys are talking about weird blood magic or something?
Yeah, okay, cool.
Mox, can you teach us magic? Mox.
No, I'm not teaching you magic.
Can you do magic to make it look like we're doing magic?
I totally know magic.
No.
I just don't want to scare the other three. So when I say that I don't know real magic, that's totally a lie. I totally do. But do you by chance have the performer paperwork or whatever that we need?
Oh, yeah. Seems to be somebody named Garrett. He's the floor manager. He's usually in charge of entertainment of sorts, and he was the one booking for tonight. Here, let me see what I can do. And you can hear him typing in the background. Cool. I just sent some text to two performers. They won't be showing up. So.
Should we take their names, or should we just be like, we're the stand-ins?
It's your call. Right now, there's open availability.
Any other questions, my dudes?
Sure you won't teach us magic?
I can't teach you magic. You guys are vampires. You're kindred. As soon as a kindred embraces a mage, we lose our magic.
What about blood magic? Huh? Explain that.
The Tremere bloodline is one passed down for centuries. It's something that you can't... it's its own thing.
Oh, so it's all about blood, huh?
Yep.
Usually is.
It's all about blood, everyone. No magic for you guys. I totally know magic, though, so it's fine.
Do we have each other's contact information?
Alexander puts it into his flip phone.
I just took emotional damage from that.
Is it a hot pink razor phone?
Yeah.
Yes.
The screen's cracked and 3 of the buttons don't work.
Oh,
3 of the
wonderful.
buttons?
3 of the buttons?
How do you be able to text or call anyone?
I still text perfectly fine. It's just sometimes you can't see like the G or the P.
That's not perfectly fine.
And I can't hashtag things, but I mean, I can't get on Twitter on this anyways.
No, that makes sense. Gotcha.
Twitter.
So, Alexander and Theo.
So, essentially, we would walk around back towards the back door where I'm assuming there's some form of guard or bouncer.
Yeah, I mean, there's just security. Yeah, just some security. Yeah.
And essentially kind of trying to get their attention on us by just being like, oh, we're running late, like, and then essentially as their attention is briefly on us, I want to show this playing card that looks like Garrett's business card.
As you approach the back door through the alleyway, you see a crowd of about 7, mostly performers and service industry workers. The performers are chatting with the chefs and the busboys, swapping stories about terrible customers they've all endured. They laugh and give you no mind as you walk by. The bouncer, though, is at the door, and he has his eyes set on his phone, and as you approach, you catch him posing for selfies, making kissy faces and flexing his muscles, which are very present under his form-fitting suit. You hear him finishing up a video message in a flirty tone. All of his attention is elsewhere.
Yes?
If they say anything, then we'll just say that we're part, we're supposed to be here. Let's give that a go.
So,
Gotcha.
It's like, kind of brushes hair out of face, like, really, pulls herself up to be, like, performer confident. Probably elbows Alexander to do the same.
Yeah, Alexander's, shuffling to, look similar.
Yeah. And then they just go to walk in.
So, I'm going to do a roll real quick for the bouncer to see if he notices you guys walking by. You two attempt to just kind of scoot on past him, and he does see you two approach, but he doesn't really seem to care. He notices, he kind of just glances at your outfits, particularly Alexander's big
poofy color,
ruffly shirt. And he just kind of, you see him he doesn't even bother, he's about to say something. He just kind of sees that and just looks back down at his phone. And you two are just able to go in.
This motherfucker was about to get clouded memories. I
was hoping you'd do that.
I was going to do that, and I was just going to be like, dude, you already said we could come in. What the fuck?
Yeah. Ophelia and Sunshine. So you are next up in the line. The people in front of you just got turned away. And the bouncer sees you two approaching, and he seems a bit confused about you two. It's not immediate. It's not immediate yes or no like before. He's kind of just staring at you two, trying to figure out what to say. And then he says, performers go in the back.
Yeah, they do. Oh, cool. We were trying to go in the front.
Are you not performers? I'm sorry about that. It's just a lot of girls have your hair tonight, miss. I didn't mean anything by that.
It's cool. It's fine. It's cool. Yeah, we're not performing.
Oh, my apologies. He kind of looks at the wall, at the dress code, and you can tell he's kind of a little bit conflicted about this. You two are dressed very well, but just not like anyone else here. And he says, all right, go up. I think the boss will like you.
Appreciate you.
Easy. There you go.
Yeah.
And as you two enter from the front, you see that there is a line to get in the elevator. And people are kind of chatting, just like, oh, I wonder what performers there are going to be tonight. You hear somebody mention how, I hear that they redid the roof and expanded it by a couple floors, so it's even fancier now. People are kind of excited to get in.
I didn't know if we should go along with the performer thing.
I didn't either.
I didn't
either. I just, I feel like we look all right, right?
Yeah, the audacity.
Fuck him.
Judging by some of the looks of the people in line, you two look more than okay. You're catching the glances of some people in front of you as well.
Are they looking at us because we look weird? Or are they, I don't
Either
know.
way, head up with confidence. Use the confidence of that bold-ass man outside.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah.
LaRue speaks up and he says, I think they're staring at you in a attraction sort of way.
I don't trust your judgment, sir.
Did you just sir me?
Yeah, what are you going to do about it?
The funny thing about this, on the other side of the building, you actually hear LaRue say this, but you don't know what to. You just hear him, you hear this one-sided conversation.
Wait, somebody's attracted to me right now, LaRue?
What? Oh no.
Oh, is that not for me?
Uh-oh.
I just want to know, like, what sassiness is happening that LaRue got sirred.
Sirred, yeah.
I mean...
What's happening over there?
Damn, I want to be sirred. Like...
Oh my gosh.
So wait, I can hear the conversations going on either side, but can you not hear each other?
No.
Huh. Interesting.
Is that
this
something
is going to be hilarious.
Can you do that? I mean...
I can try.
Try to focus on one person.
Sunshine.
You have like a board with some wires
trying?
that you're like putting in and out. Like phone lines.
You don't want to know what I'm seeing right now. It's a mess.
Oh, do you want to see some?
Again?
It's the tentacles again, isn't it?
I would start thinking about tentacles.
Sunshine, do me a favor.
Yeah.
I know of your lineage and what you can do. I want you to try to manipulate me. I know you can manipulate spirits.
Oh.
So you want me to manipulate you? Okay.
I want to see if you can bridge the gap between everyone.
It's getting spicy.
You know, I would say that's kind of hot, but I don't know how I feel about it possibly being a spirit kind of relationship.
It did sound kind of kinky, didn't it?
It's kind of kinky.
That's what I was thinking.
Y'all are sickos. I did not mean to say that in his voice. He doesn't say that. Okay, hold on.
Alexander writes down that he needs to make a live journal about this.
Oh my god.
Note to self, thinking of different cryptids to make. Sunshine is actually thinking of like sexy cryptids.
Oh, okay, hold on.
Okay.